So it's been a really long time since I've made my last M4A1 build in DeltaForce, and I thought it was definitely due for an update with all of the attachments that have received buffs and or nerfs since those builds, so I have a fresh one for all of you today. We got a nice M4A1 with a Havoc security skin on there, so we're going to start off by changing the barrel. Now, at first I had went with the AR Gabriel long barrel combo because it gives you the most range, but I ended up just going with the AR Trench standard barrel combo. It only gives you +1, but it does give you an extra 5 control, and you don't lose any of that handling and accuracy, so go ahead and slap that on. For the muzzle device now, I tried a few different ones here, and I went with the advanced multi-caliber suppressor for a few reasons. Now, this one has changed since launch of Season 6, and you see it now increases the horizontal control, horizontal firing stability, and the horizontal firing camera stability, and it gives you a nice +3 meters in range, as well as the reduced minimap visibility when firing strong. So a very, very good suppressor in my opinion. It does reduce the handling a bit, but we're going to make up for some of that. For the foregrip, I tried a few different ones here, but I ended up just going with the X25U angled combat grip, really trying to bring that overall recoil down. If we just look at the control here, we could see we got a nice little wave to the right and then a wave to the left. Want to get rid of all of that and to make it as straight as possible. So install that. For the magazine, and I've spoken about that in past videos, I'm now just opting for like a basic 30 round mags to get the bonus and stats, as opposed to reducing like this one just gives you such a penalty in handling. Same thing with this one and this one. They all give you very high penalties, and for the most part I end up reloading about not even like halfway through the magazine anyways. So I just figure using this is probably just as good for my personal taste, but if you think you need a larger magazine, feel free to equip one. And then I just went with the mag mount for the +1 handling. For the rear grip, we're going with the modular AR rear grip. So this one is a new grip that you have to unlock via the armory. It gives you base +2 control, +2 handling, and then you also have 2 pieces that you can put on here. So this one is nice, but it does increase your hit flinch multiplier, which is not good. And then this one gives you a nice +6 control, +4 stability at the cost of 6 handling. This is the one I went for, the heavy grip piece. For the stock, now I usually go for the skeleton sniper stock, but I opted to go for the M16A4 stable stock because this one not only gives you a nice +5 in control, but you also get the addition of a cheek pad attachment that gives you +1 control and +4 stability, which is really nice, and both of these can be calibrated at the end. For the optic, we're going with a basic red dot here because this weapon doesn't necessarily have a super long range. And then for all of these patches, we're going with 5 Key C Hound hanger patches or panels to really increase the lens camera firing stability. So, oh, you can't pull on it. This one, so both of these on the side here, we're going with one of those. So for the calibration on the barrel, we're going with +50 grams, +10 millimeters, extra muzzle velocity, extra firing stability. For the foregrip, we're going to go with +9 slants and -20 millimeters, extra ADS movement speed, and extra control. For the rear grip, we're going with +50 grams and -20 millimeters, extra hipfire aim speed, extra control. For the cheek pad, we're going to go with +50 grams and +50 millimeters. And then for the stock, we're going to do the same thing, +50 grams, +50 millimeters. And finally, for the optic, we're going with -20 millimeters in eye relief. Now, if we look at the stance of the M4A1 after making all these modifications, you can see, well, the damage model is 20 across the board, so a very consistent weapon with 38 damage to the head, so not quite a 2x headshot damage multiplier here. For the control, so we put a nice 35 points. You can see there's a little bit of a bend here, but it is very much controllable because this recoil is like, compared to what it was before, is basically non-existent. And considering you're not going to be using this weapon at like 100 meters plus, even though you very well can, if you're holding your breath, it's going to mitigate it even more. So yeah, there's basically no recall on this thing. For the handling, so we lost 6, but we keep it at a respectable 381 milliseconds. I tried bumping it up a little bit more, but I really didn't like the bend that it was giving my control overall, and I really don't want to, sacrifice that for a little bit of faster ADS time. For the stability, we're going with +9 stability here, and then the accuracy at 63. So there is my updated M4A1 build for all of you. The share code for the weapon build will be in the description down below, as well as in top pinned comment. If you would like to see a weapon featured in an upcoming episode, please let me know in the comment section down below. In any case, I will leave you with a few highlight clips of me using this specific build. But yeah, hit like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you for subscribing, I really appreciate it. I'll see you have in a metro dale. Have a good one.